Hey guys, this is Adam with XP here, and today I'm going to be giving you a review of the Logitech G502 gaming mouse, and here is the mouse itself. I've had this mouse for about 6 months now, and I want to share with you my thoughts and opinions of this device. So let's jump right in. So first off, this is the entire mouse here. Got a flat side here with rubber grip. And here's the front of it with left click, right click, scroll wheel, have a mechanical switch to control the scroll wheel mechanism, and a button down here that controls the DPI settings. There are 2 buttons here, one up top, one below. It consists of a light, which has a number of effects, about 3, which is off, on, and pulse. And there are 2 buttons here and a trigger-like button here. So the mouse has an ergonomic design, so you can rest your thumb comfortably here. And the scroll wheel, as you can see, it is made of metal. Now this scroll wheel is the best scroll wheel that I've ever experienced on a mouse. It is made of metal and the bearings are very, very high quality. You can just feel it. It doesn't jitter when you are web browsing. It doesn't jitter in game. It is very precise and accurate. Now the button right below it, when you hit it, it changes the mode to a free scroll. And this is not the first time Logitech has done this. They've done this in previous mice, but with this mouse, the bearing is so good that when you hit it, it just spins and spins and spins and spins. And then you can lock it back in place. Personally, I don't use the spinning mechanism all that much. I only use it between matches in Counter-Strike where I'm waiting for the team to die and the next round to start. So I use the tactile because I like the feel of it. The cable is a braided cable, like that is common on most gaming mice nowadays. This cable is very high quality. It's about 8 or 9 feet long. I don't know the exact measurement, but it is long enough to support pretty much like your desktop on the floor or on your desk, wherever. And it comes with a Velcro cable management here, where you can either use this when you're traveling to wrap up the cable, or you can just use it to make a loop to shorten the cable length to your desired length if you have your computer in an undesirable location, like next to you, and the cable just gets too long and all up in your keyboard when you're playing. You can just use this Velcro and fix that, which I really like. I'm really glad that Logitech included this. It saves from putting on custom zip ties and it just looks ugly. This way it looks very uniform. And the internals of the device. This mouse has 2 features that I really like. One of them I really like. So the 2 features of the internal part of this mouse is, one, here there is a memory ROM chip on the mouse, so you can save settings directly to the mouse. And the other hardware implementation is the sensor. The sensor has a mechanism for auto adjusting to whatever material is on the mouse. The sensor has an auto adjusting software to where you can auto adjust it to whatever material you're using this mouse on. This sensor is a optical sensor, so it is better than the laser sensor, and the sensor is very accurate. It has multiple ranges of DPI, which I won't even go into because that is pretty pointless. I feel like most people know what DPI they prefer, and this mouse can reach ridiculous ranges of DPI, like very low DPI and very extremely high DPI. But like I said, the sensor is auto adjusting to the material. So what you do is you calibrate it to whatever you're going to use it on, and it will self-calibrate this sensor and it will work on it flawlessly. Now I can say that I've calibrated this sensor once on a SteelSeries QCK Plus mousepad, and it has worked fine ever since on multiple materials. I've used this elsewhere except for glass. I haven't tried glass, but I'm pretty sure I would have to recalibrate it for glass. But technically this, because it's optical, it can run on glass, and laser cannot do that. The next thing is the memory chip, which is a very cool implementation. What it is when you set your settings in the software for the first time, whether it be whatever you customize these to, or these buttons, lights, DPI, anything like that, then you can save it to the ROM here and it will save directly to the mouse, which means you can immediately uninstall the software and this mouse will still work. You can take this mouse and put it in another computer that doesn't have the software and it will still function with all your set macro keys because it's stored internally here on the mouse. Now there is an option on the software to save it locally to the computer, which the only reason I feel like you would do that is if you had this like in an internet cafe or you were using this in a business environment, which would be kind of odd. And so yeah, that is a really cool feature that I like a lot. It has been in a couple other mice, but I'm really glad that they included it in this one. So what are things that I don't like about the mouse? Well, for starters, this mouse has weights. I don't use any weights because I feel like the mouse is good without the weights. It has nice weight distribution for my taste, and I like a light mouse, or as light as possible. I'd say this mouse is kind of on the heavy side, but I like no weights. You can put the weights in here and they come in this box here, and I'll open it up and show you. There they are. And I've tried putting in the weights. It doesn't really add that much weight. It more like makes the back more heavy than the front. But I also found that when all the weights are in, the door, which is magnetic, I'll put it in here, it doesn't really click all the way down with the weights in. And with the weights out, it just pops right in and it's level on the mouse pad. With the weights in, it kind of pops up a bit. This could be because I didn't really put the weights in very good. I just kind of like stuffed them in there, but hey, it's something that I didn't really particularly care about the mouse. The other thing that I didn't particularly care about the mouse at first was that because of the design of this mouse right here, forces you to use a claw style grip on the mouse because of just the way it's shaped. It's very thin and it has this trigger button here, so if you put your thumb over it, your thumb hits the trigger button if you are used to a palm grip type grip. And if you're used to a palm grip, then this is a problem. I'm used to a palm grip. Every single mouse that I've had before this one, I have used a palm grip with it. So when I had to use a claw grip on this mouse to get the maximum amount of effectiveness without hitting this trigger button, it was kind of weird at first and I did not enjoy it. I thought the mouse felt very uncomfortable. But over time I got used to it and it improved my gameplay because I had ultimately more control over the mouse and it started to get comfortable. There are ways to get around it, like if I'm just doing surfing the web, then I'll use a palm grip on this, but I'll have my hand further back towards the mouse. And it's still comfortable. You get used to it and it feels really nice. This feels better than any other mouse that I have owned. The next thing is the price of this mouse. It's kind of on the high end. It retails for around $60 in US dollars. And I feel that that is well worth the price for this mouse. So this concludes my video review. Feel free to drop in the comments what you think of the video, what you think of the mouse, what mouse you're using, and how you think that it compares to this mouse. And yeah, that is about it. So thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day.